So
Probably would have listened to your mom a little bit more and made you guys struggle more. Um, uh, but I just wanted to give my boys everything I didn't have.
Right. And on behalf of me and my siblings, I want to say that we appreciate you for being on that side of this
Yeah.
of the
We had
pendulum.
also they're a couple, right?
Yes, so this is her son on the
Oh,
left. Yeah,
really?
yeah, that's her son. He's 21.
Okay.
But you say you're familiar with her, you're not familiar with her.
She looks familiar. Like I know the name also looks familiar.
The name
The
looks
face looks
familiar.
familiar, but like I it's just one of those people that maybe I just came across on maybe one of those
Yeah.
faith podcasts or like I've seen on Instagram or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's
Oh,
famous. You know
wait a
Pastor
minute.
Titi?
I
Yeah.
know her.
Tony Evans.
Yeah, I
She
do.
she acts. She's Tony Evans' daughter. I don't know if you know Tony Evans.
Don't
Do you know
know, but
Tony Evans? You have
wait,
to know.
wait. Tony Evans. Let me see. Oh yeah, I do. I do. His face is
Yeah.
very familiar. But wait, was she ever on the Perry's podcast?
She probably, yeah, she could have been. I don't know if
Yeah, because
but she's famous like that. Yes.
oh yeah, I know her. I know her. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
know her now.
acts. I don't know. Have you heard of War Room?
Yeah. I watched War Room.
Yeah, she was an actress there.
Oh,
She's also a pastor.
yeah. I know her now. I know her. But
Okay.
wow. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have guessed that she has a podcast or like
It's her
doing.
sons. I mean, I think both of
Oh,
them are doing it, but the son started it. But he does it with
oh,
her. He does it with her and some family members and other
oh.
people, sure. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. Like
It's
I love
nice.
like seeing family
Family stuff, yeah.
like doing stuff together. Yeah, it's very amazing. Very,
Yeah,
very.
they have a she has a podcast with the parents.
Oh yeah. Because I remember that was like I think that was my first intro of her. Then I went to now start binging on some of the messages she was sharing because I listened to some of her messages. Then I was like, damn. Yeah, but I remember her now. But man, this is a full circle moment because I would not have expected that I'll run into her this way again. Like this is just
Mm.
nice one.
Hey, family. I hope y'all are doing well today. Welcome to Full Fledged, the Homie Podcast. I am here with my esteemed co host,
JC Shirer.
the Mr. JC Shirer, my second of three sons. I would like to acknowledge the fact that I have on a baseball cap. I don't know if y'all can read this, but isn't that cute? It says, read it for the people, JC.
It says mother. It says mother.
Just to be clear, I'm the mom. This is my way of saying that I'm the boss of me and of this.
Yeah. Anyways, so absolutely, mom, you get what she wants and says
Janessa
what she
Waite
says.
sent me this, and I just want to acknowledge. I just thank you. She just wanted to remind me that I'm the mom.
Yeah, and it's funny because like we are very similar. Like people look at me and like you look like your mom. Like y'all's personalities are
Yeah.
like your mom. Like y'all are very similar.
Yes.
But what people don't really know if they don't know me is that a lot of my personality traits, a lot of how I think comes from Big Jerry.
The
Comes
dad.
from the dad.
So
And
I should have gotten a baseball cap for him
that
that
says
says dad.
father.
Father.
And you were the most requested to come on a
Guest.
guest. So we're here with
Oh,
the
this is
only,
bad.
one and only, Big Jerry Shirer Sr.
Big Jerry
Oh my
Let me see,
Shirer.
I'll give it a round of applause.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just realizing as we introduce your
Wow.
father that we didn't do our opening song. And I'm just wondering if that is good because then he can do it with us.
I don't think he knows it.
Sure, he can catch on. You ready?
All right, let's see if he'll do
Here's
it.
the opener.
Hey,
Hey,
come on, Dad.
babe.
Hey,
Hey.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody? I'm not used to being on this side. I'm used to being behind the camera. Hello? I'm not sure if this is working.
How are you feeling today, Dad? Well, how are you feeling?
I am feeling different.
Yeah.
Feel a little different. I let this, you and your mom take care of this right here. I'm used to being behind the scenes,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what people
so I'm good.
that's what people need to know. Because, a lot of folks have wondered. I've even been asked the question quite a bit. We don't see your husband much on social media, for example. Like if I'm on my page, which I don't post every day or consistently, but when I do post, Jerry's rarely included. I've been asked about that. And you need to know the reason why is because he is a very behind the scenes person. And he doesn't prefer to be on a microphone. So we just want you to know we appreciate the
We really
fact.
appreciate you. We know this is a little out of your comfort zone. It's just not normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I had to put a little bit of myself, and then you put me in a onesie, so I had to put my skull cap on or something.
Yeah, just to feel just
Plug it up.
Right, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Because you don't know how you feel about a onesie. However, people should know that we wear onesies in real life.
Yeah,
You included,
yeah,
right?
but not
Around
on,
the house.
yeah, around the house and in private, not on recorded film anywhere where people can actually see.
Well, babe, I want you to know you look very manly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think so too, Pop. You good? I wouldn't put you in nothing that would be too left. You know what I mean?
know
I
you
hope you
wouldn't.
trust me enough to know
yeah.
I got your best interests at heart. You know
do.
what I mean?
I do. I know
Yeah,
that.
okay, we're just making sure we got that locked in. No doubt. No doubt.
We have been married going on 27 years. So I have known your dad for, I guess, nearly 29 years, 28, 29 years. That's like a lifetime of knowing
Yeah,
somebody,
that's a
really.
long time.
Longer than you've been alive. Obviously, I've known this man right here. And so I was so glad when everybody kept saying to us in our chats or live feeds, can we please get an interview with the dad? We need to see
want
who
him.
Jerry Shirer is and hear his story. So why don't you start with some questions for your dad,
Yeah,
JC?
no doubt that. I think, well, I don't know how many people know, and I think y'all were on a podcast, Dear Future Wife here with Taylor Littlefield, and I don't know how much of like your background or whatever you said, but I'm gonna say it again just for people who may have not watched that. Like, how did you grow up? Like, what was your childhood like? Like the overarching themes of that part of your life.
Yeah, grew up with a wonderful mother and two siblings. I'm the youngest of three, as you know. And mom was a single parent, raised us. She was an incredible woman. I tell her all the time how the prayers of one woman changed the entire generation.
Oh yeah,
And so, while they were out working, me being the youngest, while they were out working, I had to be at the house cooking and cleaning. So I was probably, I would say maybe, was I 9 or 10 when I started cooking? I had to learn how to cook my first meal. She gave me a recipe. She said, follow this recipe right here. Have dinner ready when we get home, the house cleaned. And so that's where it kind of started. So it started with one recipe, two recipes. I would then have the house cleaned. So it was, and so the cooking thing kind of started. But I was still in sports, so I would go to school, have practice, and then rush home to take care of the task at home.
Yeah, and let me just pause right there and say that I feel that as a son right now in two ways. One, the cleaning, like I think you're borderline OCD just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
genuinely.
Borderline?
Yeah.
Maybe okay. I was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But like I mean, if you say clean something and it doesn't get cleaned, you'll get mad. But also clean it. Like mom gets mad and makes us clean it ourselves for the principle. Like you get mad, clean it, and then spank us. You know what I mean? Like so it's a little different methods, but like you just like even
He's very particular.
very particular. Like and it's crazy because
What did you say?
I said I love I love that. That's just so realistic, to see that they also, do the same things like I did in what my parents do too is what they're doing. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I think for me, like it was just my mom. My mom was the cleaning like inspector. Like if it's not sparkling, you have to do it over again. And she'll beat you. Obviously, she won't do it herself for sure, but she she will beat the hell out of you, man, and then have you clean it and do it all over again. But then when I look at it now, I'm like, some of those things right now, I'm so glad, to be honest, that she did because um I go to maybe for example, I go to like somebody's house, like my guys, especially guys on the average, they tend to be very lackadaisical about like cleaning. And I guess like obviously like their moms and their dad didn't really catch it like when they were young, or maybe they told them, but like they didn't really like enforce it the way my parents. Because the way my parents enforced it, there's actually a time when I would I was living like I was so dirty, like very dirty that they would have to have like cleaners come over to clean the house for us, like because we're just lazy and dirty. But now I can't even see like dirt. Like it's okay, yeah,
Mm,
maybe like sometimes I just like to just let the place just be messy, just so I can give myself something to do. But
yeah.
it's never a thing of like I cannot clean like after myself. Like it just like whenever I see people doing it, it just
Mm-hmm.
reminds me of my younger self where I my mom will have to literally be beating us to have to do it. And I'm like, now I get to do it without even anybody, telling me. But so I feel like, those they are training really it really helps like
Yeah.
now. But even though I wouldn't like I don't like the idea of this like the beating part.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like yeah, there's definitely better ways to approach it, but like
Yeah.
I get the same result, right? But
Yeah.
other than that, like I really appreciate she instilling that cleanliness,
Yeah.
hmm cleanliness
Mm.
next to godliness mentality inside of every one of us, and all of us are like that. We were just very clean after ourselves, and you know, just glad.
He
Yeah.
has everything a certain way. Like everything, he knows exactly where everything is at all times. And like even if me or my brothers or mom will go and move something or take something, just we want to borrow a pair of sweatpants, and we know dad, we want to get a pair of them. We'll go in there and a very little thing will be off, and he will text the group chat or go in the house and be like, "Who was in my stuff?" Like, Dad, who was in my stuff? And someone, one of the brothers, it was me. I know my stuff was moved. It shows up in that way in cleaning, and then cooking. We all benefit from the even on a previous podcast episode we were talking about how you were cooking. I think it was Thanksgiving, and yeah,
He's a
or
very
no, it was
good cook.
Mother's
He
Day.
could have a
Yeah, he
restaurant.
could have a
He could have a
restaurant.
restaurant. He's that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I just had to say those two things because we that happening in your life is that we noticed.
Yeah, and honestly, I wish I didn't have it because it actually,
Has been a disservice to you in a way.
yes,
Yeah.
it
Being
has.
that
Especially
particular.
with
Especially
kids.
with
Yeah.
being married with kids.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I was by myself,
Emphasis on the
it worked.
married part because, see, this is
No,
what the Lord will do to you. He had him marry me. And I am not the most organized person. I'm definitely not particular. I'm very relaxed about things. So this poor man.
Had to deal with your misorganization.
Yes. And I mean, I keep stuff put together, but I'm not nearly as
Yeah.
particular as he is. So
But it's weird that like opposite. I still find it very interesting
Yeah.
concept how opposite people usually attract. It's for the life of
Mm-hmm.
me. I've tried to like trying to
Mm-hmm.
understand it, but it just never makes sense. It just
Yeah.
never makes sense, you know? And it's supposed to be like, okay, the people that are supposed to be a
Yeah.
match, people that are kind of like match, but
Yeah.
like it becomes the thing where one person isn't strong in one area and another person makes
Yeah.
for them. Yeah. So
Yeah. And it's always like I mean for me a lot of couples just say that, and even my
mm,
parents too is the same way. Like
mm,
they there are some things, obviously you need to have the foundational things that you both agree on, and
yeah.
then it's just some things that you now have to live with that are not bad, but you just have to
Mm-hmm. Okay.
compromise with that kind of behavior that we're not used to before. I don't know
Mm,
if even though they were similar, they
mm,
can be that similar that they will not have any differences. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just because we're people who
Mm.
have differences. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know. I maybe, I don't, but I
Yeah.
feel like
Okay.
it's just, it might be because human beings are not really the same.
Yeah.
So they will still see that there are some things that will clash a little bit, but
Mm.
it's, I listen to a lot of marriage thing a lot, and it's
Really?
definitely, yeah.
Like, did you say you
I
listen to a
think
lot of marriage? What do you say? Marriage
I
sermons? Is that
said
what
things, but
Oh,
I
okay, okay, okay.
so it could be podcasts, it could be just reels, it could be
Oh, okay.
yeah, podcasts, reels, sermons, things like that. I I've toned it down a little bit because I was like, my algorithm is broken. This is too much. So I stopped watching it too much. So I wanted to focus on other things, but yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I mean, for me, when it comes to like listening to, yeah, I, I'm on that like quest of um trying to find like listen to like people that are doing it. I've done it. So I'm asking questions these days on um I'm asking people that have done it like questions, and then also looking within to see like, oh, what things can I build up? Like, what things can I work on myself to be able to be the kind of man that will be,
Mm-hmm.
that can have a
Yeah,
family of his own, like, and what does
yeah.
what does it take? And so I ask questions to married men, um, see what's like, just listen to them, talk about like what their challenges could be,
Mm-hmm.
conflict. Especially for me, like conflict like is usually like my most interesting part because
Mm,
um I feel like that's the one thing that I've found to be very like can break like the relationship, break like marriages, like that conflict. And so I've just been, more interested in particular conflict and how to navigate it like in a relationship and marriage and stuff. And then looking at how my mom and my dad did theirs as well. Uh
yeah.
yeah, and
It,
because
yeah, exactly.
mhm. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's been
Yeah.
interesting looking at it because honestly, I was not even interested in like, looking at those things before, but I mean this season where like it's just become something that I do, like I'm
Mm,
fully interested in that kind of
much.
thing. So it's fun just listening to them, talking
Yeah.
about their like their
I
different
mean,
and how they complement each other. But I guess they would explain more, I guess.
That's one of the ways. And then when you have kids, you have to relax to a
Yeah.
certain extent
Boy.
because stuff is not going to be exact.
Yeah, yeah. I
Your
was
schedule
going.
is not going to be exact. Your living room space is not going to be exact. So that's something you're saying that's been hard for you to
Yeah.
relax in
Yeah,
through the years.
and actually, I've been jealous of actually you two,
Because we are wired the
Yeah.
same in
but
that way.
specifically you, my wife Priscilla, is because
So if you want to pause at any point, like you can just click the
oh,
screen.
okay.
It should work.
Oh,
I
okay.
wish
Oh,
I
yeah.
had that freedom,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Hmm.
I'm in bondage, kind of to a degree,
Yeah.
because
Right.
seriously,
Yeah.
because it's like right now we're talking. I'm like, let me move this cup over just a little bit here, and there we go, and
Do you
Yeah.
think that your
so.
perfectionist nature and also nurture, because you were just talking about it, it wasn't just that you're wired that way, the way you grew up, but also your dad was a military guy, so the hospital corners on the edges of beds and all that. Do you feel like that perfectionist tendency has been a hindrance to you? Meaning, has it been hard for you to start projects because you can't see how it's going to be exact? So maybe you don't start them or you don't embark upon something because you can't put it in a box and make it make sense and be exact?
Yeah, it has actually been a hindrance that I had to grow in
Mm-hmm.
and let go. because again, it needs to be for me almost exact to make it
And precise, yeah.
to make it work. But I've had some great people in my life to help me move past that, and just kind of really watching you, a lot of it over the time. Like, you know what? She's happy and I'm stressed over here, and and I'm like, you know what? I gotta
Relax
loosen
a
up
little
and
bit.
relax a little bit,
And I
and
will
that's what
say
happened.
though, I do think that like even though you feel, like without that part, mom wouldn't be able. And we're
Oh
gonna get into it
yeah,
in a second.
yeah,
But you know what I mean? Like without that thing that feels
Absolutely.
like hindrance to you, there
yeah,
wouldn't be a going beyond ministries at this
yeah.
level where mom be able to impact as many people as she's been able to. Even like you,
Yeah.
there's so many like behind the scenes organization meticulous things that
Mm.
may have been stressful.
Yeah, because I just believe that the very things that make you
Mm.
uh the very things that seem like an hindrance, the very things that seem like an hindrance can also be very advantageous to you, like in certain spaces, right? Like for example, now he's talking about how the guy he works
Mm.
behind the scenes, right? But
Yeah.
you need to be able to do behind the scenes work. Like you need some level of perfection, in that of getting things together, organizing all
Mm-hmm. Right.
guests, ensuring that this thing goes according to, like, there's a time and date that this thing happens. So the fact that he's able to use that in those spaces, like as long as he's able to use it somewhere and to his advantage, like I feel like that's all that matters. Because and also obviously, like, they're now learning how to
Mhm.
control or manage, rather not control, manage that that thing in the opposite direction. Like when it's becoming a problem, or where you feel like it's becoming a problem, just being able to like manage it. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's yeah. It's true what you said. It's always an advantage and disadvantage, and I think I wonder how they, I mean, they just said military and stuff, but for somebody to be that perfect, it can be a lot to do with some, and they're like saying it in a good way. I'm sure it's always crazy in their house. Ah, God, I can imagine. I can imagine. It's I'm also that kind of person. I'm not too particular about making everything perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
yeah,
So
definitely.
just seeing somebody like being around you, like, is like yeah, OCD for
Hmm.
perfection will just be a little bit too much.
Uh-huh. Yes.
For you, but
Come
everybody
on,
else is
big
just
word.
reaping.
Did you say meticulous?
I got a vocabulary now. Don't do me now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know when we started going beyond ministries, I remember your mother. I'm like, okay, let me sit in the office, what you've been doing, and get it
Don't,
structured.
sir.
And
Let's go
and
back to your childhood and then get there in a minute.
she gave me a folder, one folder. She had like 20 events, but one folder,
Right.
and just
You're like,
everything stapled together. I'm like,
what is?
So what had happened was
Wait,
we're off.
but
we're
anyway, we
We're
off.
can go
not in the
back.
We're
We can
gonna get
go
to that.
back.
timeline.
We're
We
gonna
can
get
go
to that.
back.
We're not in the
We
timeline.
go. We off.
We
We
can go
off.
back.
Okay.
We can go back.
Childhood.
Right.
Okay.
Cooking, cleaning, house.
Yeah, so that right there just really taught me about actually it taught me about family and really how to survive and make it work. When you don't have anything. I mean, people say, we were poor, and couldn't afford the O and R, so we were poor. And
That's a good one.
but we had family, and I remember one Christmas that my mother couldn't afford much, but she got, this is when VCRs were out, and she bought a VCR for the family. That was the Christmas gift. That was it. And I remember being a young kid and being so disappointed, because I'm like, when you go to school the next day, kids want to know what you got for Christmas and
Right.
all this. And,
Yeah.
on VCR. What
Right.
else? But she did that for the family, and it just really she taught me really the value of family and even the value of this season, because we're in the Christmas season, with the season that we're in right now. And so I had to learn that, as early.
Mm.
It wasn't easy because being a kid, you wanted these certain things, but
Mm.
that helped mold me
Mm.
into and really appreciate, I think, life and family.
Mm-hmm.
Most important than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
think
yeah.
that's one of the things you told me through the years that he can remember kind of regretting from his childhood was his disappointment about that VCR.
Yeah.
Because when you
Mm.
get older and you realize if
I
your mother
can't
is working for
stop
tips at a
it.
grocery store, which
Mm-hmm.
is what
It's
Granny,
trying
which is
Mm-hmm.
what we called Miss Mary, his mom, Granny, when she's
Wait,
working
can
for
I
tips at a grocery store and has saved up enough money.
how do I
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I missed what she was saying now, but I was
Oh, you wanted to rewind it? Let me rewind it.
yeah. Okay, just yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to pause it where he was talking about
Mm-hmm.
um sorry, oh gosh. When it was where he said that it was those things were teaching him about family and stuff.
Mm.
Um I mean I don't know. I wanted to ask you because
Yeah.
it's something that you mentioned a lot too about
Mm-hmm.
growing up and now having more appreciation for family and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if I've asked you before, like when, or what do you think happened, or when was the time when you started to kind of have a deeper understanding of
Mm-hmm.
family and all that? I know I mean, you don't need to go deep into
Mm-hmm.
therapy. I don't know if you mentioned doing therapy because of family issues or something like that, but
Mm.
when did you start to think about family a different way? If you can put a timeline to
Honestly, it was 2024. I wish I could reach for my chain. I just customized one chain that has that date. Um,
wow,
it's May 9, 2024. And
wow,
yeah,
very
that was the year. Like a lot of things just clicked. Like
mm,
it started from like I always reference that church that I went to sometime in January because at that time I was just looking for something, you know,
mm-hmm,
that can um
mm,
yeah, something that can make me, heal from um just unforgiveness,
mm-hmm,
family dynamic because at that point I was just exhausted with the kind of relationship I had with my parents in particular. And my siblings were just cool, like cordial, crack jokes. Our relationship was just cool. It was just there, you know. But I was just concerned about like my dad and mom. I was like, so I was just seeking help, any form of help. So I mean, going through that program in church, like which was the men's was a men's group like I would say therapy, but it was based on the word like it was you know all the things that we used, the materials we used were like based on like the Bible and
yeah,
some teachings, and then hearing people's stories that have gone through the same program to listen to them on the screen, and and then we'll have like one-on-ones. We'll get into small groups, have one-on-ones, like actually practicalize what we just did, just so it kind of sticks, and also share like some of our struggles with one another, so we know that we're not alone, that kind of
mm-hmm,
so just going through that process, and then also going to the old like the church assigning me a therapist at the time to so all that process just led me through this journey, and where I got to a point that my birthday of that year it just felt like something in me just shifted. I honestly cannot tell you what it is, but like I could feel it. There was just something that just changed. Like there was the like if a switch that just flipped, and all the hate that I had towards, like not hate, but like resentment that I had towards my parents, just I just gave it up, you know, right before I won't say like the month, it was entering the month of my birthday, but like I was already getting that feeling. Like the moment I stepped into, or before I stepped into May of that year. And I started reaching out to them little by little. Like I would just randomly call because they're always the ones calling me, right? So I'll just randomly call and try to find a way to make a conversation, just make something out of nothing. And like that, like that, like that, it went on for that year. I also experienced this thing called Lantern Festival, where like it was just a beautiful experience. But all that just led me to a place of why, like, the importance of my family, like especially my parents, like the importance of them in my life, and seeing that the next, like, just committing to being the son, like the glue of the family, the son, um the first son for them in a way that I'd never been before. Like I just committed to that journey of like being the first son, like for them, like showing up for them, um calling them randomly, sharing, joking with them. Like now I like me and my dad were exchanging jokes now, like we are cousins or like we are guys, that kind of thing. Like on the group chat, like I'll be the
Mhm.
first to crack a joke with my dad. Like people and my siblings just be wondering, like, how is this guy throwing these kind of jokes, like as dad and mom. But like we've gotten to that point in our relationship where we can joke, we can laugh, I'm confident if I share certain things with them, they won't like tear me down, they won't like speak down on me or something. Like if for anything, like they would water it, they will always water it, they always like point to me. So yeah, that was the year, like it's really like, and so in that chain I was talking about, like I have a picture of like family inside of it, and then a picture of one of, like, there was a jersey because one of the teams I support is Warriors. Like so I wore the jersey number of my favorite player in that with my name on it. So because it was symbolic, that was the gift that I gave myself for that year. That was my birthday gift for myself because I'd never given myself, and I never appreciated gifts because, like, for me, I don't know why, but gifts just weird. But weirdly, they don't. They like it's good, but I find that like um, it's not just about the gift, but like the gift has to be like very, really like very creative, very thoughtful. Something that is just like it might be very little, but like very, very thoughtful. So I just decided to design myself a jersey, customize a jersey that year, and just gift myself with my name on it. And so I add a picture of that one to inside of that chain. So it's family, like this is a picture of my family inside of that chain. And there's a picture of me also there, like with that jersey at the back. So, but that year, like I like for me, I literally had to make a stamp with that chain to always remind me of what happened that year. Like that was the year where um family just became clear for me that, what, this is an important ministry and I have to be very intentional about it. If I'm going to build a family of my own, I have to figure out this one first, you know, because this is the template for whatever it is that I build, in the future. So I just needed to really take care of that. And I've been watching it, and it's been beautiful. Like beautiful. Yeah. So I don't know if that answers the question,
Okay.
but I hope it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Um, it really does. It does answer that question. Um, okay. I'll come after. You can keep watching.
I
Thank you for
was
sharing.
going to ask you. What about you?
Uh, well, um, it's been an ongoing thing.
Mm-hmm.
The first time was when I did write the book, when I went to college and um,
Mm,
I was like, just realizing that I didn't really have a lot of connection with my siblings because
mm,
they're younger than me, and
mm-hmm,
I didn't get to bond with them like friends or
mm-hmm,
any friendly way. It was always like
mm-hmm.
this dynamic. I know I shared that with you.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling them what to do, and they're always doing this, and I don't like this, and it just pisses me off. Yeah. So
So
yeah,
you
just
became the nagging, nagging big sister.
I was not in this. So um. I wrote the book. Even my brothers would tell me that you wrote a book about us and we didn't even know about the book. Because I was yeah, they didn't know I didn't really talk to them and I mean, I was in college, I was living in the dorms.
Mm-hmm.
So that was then. And then recently to this year, um recently to this year. Yeah. Yeah, I would be like that. But yeah, this year too, I've been trying to be more intentional with being their friends.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching basketball. I followed the whole thing. I
Really?
know, yeah. I mean, I didn't watch every game, but I was like going with the flow. I know the Knicks more. And I'm like
Oh,
involved. I'm
that's
very
nice.
involved in all of that. Yeah, yeah. Even yeah, I've you know, they roped me in. I'm now an OG fan. I'm
Mm-hmm.
OG's fan. I
Oh,
love
Ananobi?
this. Yeah, but I was rooting for the Spurs though. But OG is a Nigerian,
Oh,
so
yeah, yeah, it's Nigerian, so I can't even be bothered,
so
honestly.
yeah, I'm not bothered at next one because OG is there. So fine.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not stressing because I like him so much, actually.
I
I know
love
one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's very cool, very calm. No
yeah.
bragging, no. I like people that just let their work speak for them. They, they
You know,
just, they
and
just
he really is an example of let your work speak for
no
you because
celebration, blah, like let everybody see you. Just
But a part of me just feels like I just wish that he would just, you know,
do
just
something.
just make it loud a bit sometimes.
Yeah, his Instagram too is so boring.
Oh,
His
really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Are you on Instagram?
yeah, I
Oh,
am.
oh
I
yeah.
just
I checked him out.
what's the word I will use? But sometimes I forget that the app exists. Honestly, let's just
That's
put it that
crazy.
way.
I go there every day. It's a bad,
Mm, I I used to be
bad
very
person.
active on it before, like very active. But eventually, I I just drifted away, found my own platform,
Yeah,
and yeah, because
which
I was more of
is
a Substack. Because
ah
I morphed into like because I used to be like a content creator, like
okay.
creating all these carousels and
Oh okay.
all this kind of content like with Canva and all these things. So, but
Oh
I now morphed into like a writer. So I started writing blog
okay.
and articles, essays about my life, just anything that happens, I write basically.
Can I
And
say something?
yeah,
I still find it. So I won't say I found it, but I
yeah.
found it. Is it surprise? Is surprising the word? I
Mm-hmm.
found it. I would say weird. I I would say weird, for lack of a better word. I wish I had a better word than weird, but not weird. But like, on, yeah, that you, first of all, you type, s- what the heck? I can't do that. You type a lot, and Brother Charles told me that you write a lot too. Um, but I can see that for myself. You type a lot, and then um, you. I was also surprised that you were able to share some things with me. And I'm like, I didn't expect that. Um, yeah, I just, I don't know. I just think you're different. The way you like, I don't know why you're sharing all this with me, but like, I don't know if this you're why are you so like, yeah, I don't know, but I just feel like one of the things that you share with me, you
Hmm.
should not be said to people that you don't know.
Oh, that I don't know.
That you have not, yeah, you have not built like
Oh,
a,
I
yeah, you have not built trust with them, or like
you know the
you not know
funny
them
thing,
for a long time.
it's very funny that you say that because that's actually a compliment because
I think it's
because
weird,
if I
but
tell you that
okay.
if I tell you that all the things I've told you or everything I've ever like everything I've shared with you doesn't seem to me like there are not things that I cannot share with you. Like it just
Mm.
feels like I'm just talking. Like you just but yes, obviously there are other things, there's still other things that obviously that for someone that you build a relationship like that connection with, you now start sharing them. But I just feel like all the things I've shared, like for me, I just things that yeah, I was comfortable sharing. Yeah. I'll just put it that way, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah. And I definitely would not take anything back, honestly. I'll share it again
Mm.
and again and again.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, to your question, yeah, I was on Instagram, then I morphed into a writer, and since then I haven't really looked at Instagram that much. Um, yeah, because writing just took the most part of my 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. I've just been writing, doing a writer. I just paused recently because um I wasn't finding joy in the process like of doing it anymore. Because I have this newsletter of like over 1,000 people, right? But I just got to a point where, and I'm sure they also sensed it, like because I
Mm.
believe that I built the kind of audience I had are the ones that are very sensitive. So like they would have been able to tell that, yeah, this guy is. Although there were times that I would just ghost for like months and not write anything, and that
Mm.
was on me. But it was school. Like I was dealing with school when I moved to Canada and all those things, so I didn't even have time for some of it.
Mm.
But for the most part, like right now, I've kind of lost the joy of doing it in that like that space. But I'm finding like new expressions like this, like watching experiences, like having communal experiences. Because I believe like if you have a gift or if you have something, like it's not purposeful until somebody benefits from it. Like somebody it touches somebody's life. Like that's just where I see it. So I'm finding new ways to build communal experiences into everything that I'm doing. Like so whatever it is that I enjoy doing, I'll find a way to do it with other people because um I just believe in people so much, and I feel like there's so much that can happen when we come together and have a space where we're having conversations and we're bouncing ideas off each other, like we're discussing, sharing experiences, trauma, whatever. But like just being in that space, like alone, there's
Mm.
so like just there's just so much that can happen because I've been in this kind of setting before, but not like in this capacity. Um not like this, like where I'm listening, we're watching a podcast and then we're having conversation over it, but just like
Mm-hmm.
random, like the church one I was talking about, like the men's
Mm-hmm.
therapy one. But those kind of experiences just like it I just got the message. I was like this is it. Like this is what family is like. Where because to be honest, this whole thing. I want it to be such that people can literally steal this concept. Like the idea is for people to actually steal this. Like like this is not even about me. It's about like friend groups stealing this idea, like having this conversation, like doing like a getaway weekend where all of them come together and we can say, you know what, guys, let's do this podcast and then have conversations over it. Like this person is talking about their story, this person is talking about their story. That they get to even know each other more in ways that they've never actually been able to. Because I found that through some of these conversations like podcast, like the podcast is just a catalyst, right, for us to get there, because sometimes we don't have the capacity to get to that place, that like that particular conversation. But the podcast is kind of like the catalyst that helps us to get there.
Yeah.
Now we cannot have that conversation that we couldn't have normally. Like we wouldn't have just started the conversation, but because of the podcast now, we're having the conversation and stuff. I actually had like a lot of signals that recently that made me kind of start this like as soon as possible. It
Mm-hmm.
was the getaway, like it was the weekend. I went to my guy's place like sometime last month. So one of our other guys came in to Winnipeg here, and we all went to the same school, right? Babcock in Nigeria. So um we so I just randomly put on this podcast on his TV, right?
Yeah.
And two of them were there, and we just started watching it. And then like 5 minutes into I kid you not, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes in, the there was just this whole conversation about parenting, why we are the way we are, friendship, relationship, like why gifting, why I can't act, why I don't like accepting gifts. Like I found so many things about myself that I left that conversation and I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine we didn't have this experience that we just had. Like, how would you
Mm-hmm.
have known this thing about me? How would you have known this thing about me? How would you have known that, oh, this is why you are the way you are? Like, because, oh, your family back, like growing up, you didn't really like um celebrate so much, and there weren't like so many giftings and stuff. So you just didn't like pick up the whole gift thing. Like, it just didn't wasn't your thing just because of, the environment that you grew up in. But if we didn't have those kind of conversations, like we wouldn't have been able to get to that point. So, and then I was going home that night, and then there was this boss that was passing. I don't know, did I share this story with you before? Oh, and then there was this boss that was passing, and let me send you a picture of what was written on the boss. And that was like the full stop to like, you know, like it was just like a where's the picture? Like it was just the last like sign to just be like, yo, if you don't start this thing right now, like you're just going to have lots of people miss out on like communal like experiences. So uh so yeah, that was the boss that I just sent you a picture. Um the boss had that, like it literally just passed us. Like I was in the car because they're going to drop me off, right? So the boss just passed us and I was so like better with friends. I was like, huh, that is like, because I was still like we're still like in the car. While we're in the car, we're still like trying to phantom what just happened, like what we just experienced, right? But like just seeing that just pass by, I was like, huh, yeah. is
Yeah. Mm.
that
It's
is good.
something like a sign,
Yeah. So
actually.
yeah. So that was
Mm.
it for me. I was just like, you know what? I'll just start. However, because my plan was that I wanted to get my space first, then I'll be bringing people over, and then we'll like
Mm.
have the physical distance. But I'm like, okay, right now I can't do that. So what can I do? Get
Mm.
Zoom, pay for it, whatever, and start like the flyer is just like this whole flyer thing. Like it was just I just randomly like say, oh, okay, I'll just put something together, just to, like just to make the whole thing feel like, oh,
Yeah, like a real.
it feels, yeah.
So yeah,
So
yeah. So I mean, I'm glad I asked that question because
hmm
I wouldn't have known that it's something that you are actually taking seriously. Like it's not just a hangout for you. It's actually
mm,
like I would say a a mission or like something. I don't know, but that's good. That's really good.
yeah.
I think if it
Hmm.
definitely lead to having your own podcast one day.
Um,
Would you like to start that?
hmm, that's a good question.
Hmm.
If you would opt in to be the co-host.
Ah,
Because you're the one that is usually in front of people more.
uh, I mean, you're literally in front of me right now. It's just one person. It's just one person that you're doing a podcast with. But the
But
camera is on
yeah,
you. Are you afraid of the camera?
yeah. But
Okay.
to answer your question, definitely, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Looking forward to it for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, we can
and
continue.
to and really appreciate, I think, life and family,
Mm-hmm.
most important than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
think
yeah.
that's one of the things you told me through the years that he can remember kind of regretting from his childhood was his disappointment about that VCR.
Yeah.
Because when you get older and you realize if your mother is working for tips at a grocery store, which
Mm-hmm.
is what Granny, which is
Mm-hmm.
what we called Miss Mary, his mom, Granny, when she's working for tips at a grocery store and has saved up enough money to buy the family a VCR, you don't realize the amount of effort and energy and diligence that took until you're grown yourself.
Yeah.
And you realize how much she had to work to make that one gift happen. And so, when you're a child, we're all kind of self-absorbed. You don't realize that the value of things and how much effort people are putting in to do things for you. And so that's one of the things as you got older, you look back and realize, oh my gosh, my mom was out there sweating, pushing cars.
This lady, she looks so young.
Yeah, that's
That I actually
beautiful.
thought like the guy that was right beside her was the husband. That's
Oh,
how young I thought she like. He was like, wait,
oh,
that has to be the husband.
wow. No,
There's some people that just there's just certain people that just don't age, right?
I'm
And
sure she's still doing well. She's probably working out, eating well.
yeah,
But they
yeah,
don't play.
sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
To make enough money for this. And so
Yeah. And the reason she got in knowing that was because the VCR, it allows us to spend time together as a family to watch.
I know that's something that but that's just on the side. I'm looking forward to paying more attention to is health, like what I'm eating, you
Mhm.
know. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I've been thinking about it for a year now.
Yeah.
Like, but I just haven't found like a system that helps
Mm.
me, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Automatic,
Like
automated. You have to look dig deep for that one. Automated. Let's see if you can find that.
No, that's
You know,
That that is hilarious.
said all the boys said
Oh,
smart ways of doing it.
yeah, I know.
But I mean,
No,
I
that,
think
that,
they are. Have you seen? I don't know if they have in Canada, but I see a lot of is it adverts about
yeah.
some ready-made meals. You subscribe to it and they bring your food to your doorstep. It can be the real food or it can be the the raw ingredients and then
Mm,
you make it for yourself. But it's
mm.
packed, like the whole thing is packed. I don't even know how organic that would be, but
Yeah, that's my fear. Like I don't.
okay, you know those um
No, I don't actually. I don't know
okay.
who they are. But my fear is yeah, that's my fear. Like it might not be healthy, it
Yeah,
might not be fresh, it might not be,
yeah.
just because I want to do this right. I want to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, because I've been eating a lot of weird stuff my whole life. But just being, I, I'm thinking about it that health journey is a very lonely journey. Just like building wealth too. It's a very lonely journey because like the average person is not thinking about that. And so now I have to rely on going to maybe YouTube, of which I do. Like there's this doctor I listen to, Dr. Bobby Prince or Bobby Price, right?
Mm,
He has a farm. He's based in the US, but he owns his own farm, right? So he
wow.
grows his own stuff, all of that. I was even tempted to almost buy products from his farm. Like that's how um like I trust that what he's
What
sending
is selling
direct
at me?
farm, right?
Yeah.
Um, so, but it's such a
Yes.
lonely journey because even my brother-in-law that, put me on the guy, I can't actually pick his brains really, about because it's not here physically,
Right.
and yeah, I can't really pick his brain about like, you know, like food that I would eat. Like it's just a lot, really.
Mm. I
Hmm.
think small changes, I'm sure you know some tips and things that you've been doing, but I
If I
wish.
tell you I do, I'll be lying to you.
But what do you eat? Like, let me know how bad it is on a scale
Very
of
good.
0 to 10.
Very, very good question. That's a good place to start. I eat a lot of rice. Like a
Jollof
lot of
rice, white
rice.
rice. You
Yeah,
cook. Hmm?
yeah. A lot of rice and a lot of bread.
Okay, okay. So it's incorporating like a balanced other meals that are balanced and make you do you eat beans,
Yeah, once in a while.
potatoes,
Yeah, every other Saturday. Yeah, I do.
yes, oatmeal.
No, that's the one. That's the one that I want. See, I've tried it. See, I actually sent a message to my siblings group chat the other day. I was like, guys, we actually need somebody to give us a tutorial on how
Uh,
they're able to get that thing down their throat. Because I've tried and tried and
um,
tried and tried. It's just not like it's just not going down. It's just not going down my throat.
that's good. Yeah, some people don't like it.
Oh my God. I
Do you
don't know
like
how people
ogi?
do it. What?
Do you eat ogi? Pap.
I used to eat a lot when I was in Nigeria, but since I came to Canada, it's been I can count my fingers how many times I've eaten that stuff.
Okay, because well, okay then. Wow. Okay, then it's not a thing for you. What other thing can replace oatmeal?
You know what?
Broccoli. So yeah.
Okay, I love broccoli a lot. That
Okay,
one I love.
that's good.
I love it a lot. Then I'm falling in love with um
Falling in love is too deep.
I'm falling in love with what's it called? Avocados these days.
Mm,
Um and then watermelon. If I do you know if I tell you that like from the time I was born till the time I came to Canada, I can count how many times I ate fruit. Would you believe?
that's crazy. I believe you, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
So now I'm just beginning to imagine now I'm like
wow,
right now
taste the fruits
when
that
I'm
wow.
actually forcing myself to
Mm,
like there's literally there's this watermelon sitting in that fridge right now. I bought that
mm.
watermelon like it's almost a week now, right? I've been struggling to I cut the first portion and ate it. But since that first portion, like I just look at it in the fridge and close it. I look at the fridge and close it. So it's a lot of, you know, almost I don't know what to do honestly. Because what I try to do is the junks or whatever it is that I'm eating, whether it's bread or any of those things I always eat, I always try to have like
Mm,
maybe the watermelon on the side so that way it's like I'm indulging in what I already like, but at the
mhm,
same time I'm helping myself with the
mhm,
watermelon, right?
mhm.
But even that sometimes is very challenging. I love blueberries too, like a lot.
Yeah.
Falling in love with that one
Mm.
too. Because I use it with a lot with golden one because I think golden one a lot.
If you can eat golden morn, then you can eat oatmeal. What the heck?
but, but because oatmeal, I don't know. Oatmeal is just a different breed, I'm telling you.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You know what?
Golden morn is
I'm gonna
bad.
try this
Golden
now.
morn is disgusting. I don't know. I can't go wrong.
Because yeah, obviously oatmeal is more like it's more healthy, right? It's
That sounds
I
so good.
I honestly need to get on it. I really, really need to. For real. I really need to. Oh, that one I know. But it's so challenging just
Yeah.
getting it down, bro. I guess
Or,
I'll be
or
picking your brains
smoothies.
with
Hmm?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smoothies, yeah.
What if
But
you
what do
have
you
a juicer?
okay, go on.
Or,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you. Hmm. What would you? What else? Oh, come on. Come on. I'll tell you.
uh-huh.
Um. Um. What would you? I don't know. Do you have people over at your house?
Yeah.
Because frequently
Wait, do I have what?
people over at your house.
Yeah.
Friends. Okay. Well.
Friends. No
Hmm.
friends, at least not right now, technically.
Oh no, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or give yourself like a reason to make juice for yourself. Like, but
Honestly,
but
all right.
if you bought the juicer, then that it's expensive. That's what I'm just trying to say. It's
Honestly,
quite
I don't
expensive to
even mind.
buy.
I will
You don't
get it.
mind that.
I'm telling you.
Or maybe start with smoothie so you don't waste your money. Like once you buy that juicer, there's no looking at it. You have to actually use it.
Yeah,
Or
no,
maybe
I would.
buy.
If I get them, I'm doing it. Like I'm not even messing around.
Mm,
Yeah, because
yeah.
that's a lazy way, right? So and it's smart, like
Mm.
not lazy,
And
but
you don't
like
have to really think about
yeah.
if you what I think sometimes if I watch too many videos, I'm like, okay, which one do I do? Because there's orange and pink smoothie, banana and this one smoothie. I'm like, I don't have banana, or I don't have mango, and then I cannot do anything. So I think most of the fruits can go together. Just put everything there.
Blending. Yeah.
And um there's some
Yeah.
that are naturally good, so you don't have to worry like, oh, is this one good? Cucumber. I don't like cucumber. Wait, cucumbers.
Kiwi?
I huh?
What about kiwi?
Yeah, yeah, actually.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, kiwi, I
Yeah,
like the taste. Like so far so good.
yeah.
I like
I
this.
mean, I don't know. There's always this fake foods that they sell to us in America. I don't know if it's really the real thing. It
But are
is
there
what it
places
is.
where they sell like the real thing?
Hmm?
Are there places where they sell the real thing?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's just more obviously it's more pricey, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
But
is.
ultimately, almost it's just worth it.
Yeah.
Because
But
like
because you know what you're putting there.
yeah, because like I went to the supermarket the other day and I'm seeing seedless watermelon. I'm like, what? Where did that come from?
Yeah,
Like, how is watermelon seedless? Like, this world is scary.
yeah.
Very scary, please. And obviously, it's cheaper, right? So there was a
Mm.
Nigerian guy approached me and he was like, "Oh, um, what was the first question I said? But it was like, ah, man, I need watermelon. Like, I know this one is bad, but it's cheaper. I'll just take it." And I was like, "No way, I'm going
Mhm.
for the seeded one." Like, what? If I'm
Yeah.
getting, if I choose that I want to live healthy, like I would obviously, like if I'm intentional about it, then I would obviously opt in for a much more um the one closest to the routine at least. Because
Mm.
like it's just like finance, right? Like I'm trying to do the same, like I'm trying to bring that same energy that I brought into my like finance, like bring it into health too, right? Because one of the things like in fact 2024, like one of the things that I was because I usually just like committing to one thing each year, like because it's for me, it's usually I used to do all those like when I was in Nigeria, I used to do all those what's it called? That you write like quarterly goals and all those kind of things. But what
New
I
Year
found,
resolution.
sorry?
New Year resolution.
Yeah, New Year resolution. But what I found quickly was um I kind of ditched it one year and I committed to one thing. And what I found is that that one thing was connected to every other thing that I would have included in the
Mm.
list because somehow they just connected, you know.
Mm.
So I was just fixated on that one thing and then, I found out, oh, okay, this one
Yeah.
thing kind of opens me up to building a better relationship with my parents, um, building a better relationship with myself. Um, yeah, so I was just like, okay, I'm moving forward. I'll just commit to one thing. And then the following year, I think was year finance. I was going to fix my finance squarely. That was last year, I believe. Yeah, last year, where I started doing all these them spreadsheeting and all those things. But when I got to a point and the spreadsheeting it wasn't working. Like, and then I had to just figure out a way to um just have like certain amount going here, certain amount going there, and not overly like fixated on like coming to check, coming to monitor and stuff because it's just a lot. Like, I mean, I can't be doing that like in the middle of working and doing
Mhm.
things here and there. So I was like, yeah. Then that year also I wanted to focus on health, but it was so challenging because we're focusing on finance and then the health. Like I just couldn't balance it with the health. So I was like, okay, this year I will do health, but
I know, man.
so far so good. I haven't. This is June. I
Yeah.
haven't even really, 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 really committed to it so far, and it is, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so much can change within the next this thing. You never know. I might just, commit to something and start
Mhm.
like making healthier decisions. Um, yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah.
Hopefully.
You know, you
Hmm?
should continue this before.
movies or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it was more of a family thing for her, not
Hmm.
just a
Yeah.
Something to buy you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So it was to cultivate something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you moved around a lot
Yeah.
growing up because your dad was in the military. So you lived like you were born in Anchorage, Alaska, but tell everybody like sort of where you bounced around
Oh
to.
man, I can't remember all the states. You know,
Hmm.
one of my favorite places was probably Greece, Athens, Greece. That was
Mm.
probably the favorite. Uh,
Yeah, I'd love to visit
Parents
that.
are from, dad was from Philly,
Same.
mom's from Alabama. Hence why I am, an Eagles
Go
fan.
Birds. I was about to
Go
say.
Birds,
Go Birds.
and Roll Tide.
Yep. Roll
So
Tide, baby.
yeah, and it was, of course, your cousin Glenn, like my little brother, he was Saban's one of Saban's first recruits
Hmm.
there at Alabama, and he walked away with 3 national championship rings. So it's great, and of course he wanted to give up. He was playing football. He's like, man, this is my
Like
body's hurt.
America is so sports driven. Like
Mm,
I can barely have a or listen to like podcast
yeah. And
without
you not
somebody
here.
saying,
Wow.
"Oh, he played something in college," or like his cousin played.
Wow.
Like what?
Wow.
Like
Wow.
it's so sports.
Yeah.
And
Yes. They make
And
money
I think I'm
from
good
it.
with this.
It's crazy. They
yeah,
make a
they
lot
like
of money
money.
from it.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I can understand that honestly. I understand for real.
Mm.
And he forgave going up to the NFL and decided to become an FBI agent. And he's probably one of the biggest FBI agents probably out there at 6'8",
Right.
280,
Something crazy. Right. Something
So
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But just that family aspect, as I was saying before, has been
Mm.
my driving force
Mm.
probably in life. And, we're talking about my dad. He left, of course, early on in the military, but he left,
Mm.
a few years afterwards.
Mm.
And it was just, you know, I look back on my life,
Mm.
and the thing that made me the person that I am today,
Mm.
and I tell parents all the time, is the struggle.
Mm.
And your mom used to tell me this all the time because I wanted to give you guys what I considered a better life
Mm.
than what I had. And
Fuck that. Yes. I like this. I like this. I like this. I want to hear what he wants to say fully, but I
I
Okay.
didn't
think I
want
know where
you
it's
guys
going.
to have to struggle like I did.
Mm.
And now
Mm,
looking back on it, I'm grateful for where all you
mm,
guys are. But I
mm.
wish I probably would have listened to your mom a little bit more and made you guys struggle more.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to give my boys everything I didn't have.
Right. On behalf
Mm.
of me and my siblings.
Yeah, I have to say something about that.
Wait, did I hear him say that like the dad said he wishes that he made them struggle?
Yes. And this is what it means. Is that there's some things that
Sorry.
I'm okay. There's some things that because you went through it, you become wiser, sharper, smarter. If you see, you will know this. If you see someone that was brought up in Nigeria or someone that was
Mm,
brought up here,
yeah.
it's you can see the difference in their resilience, in their zeal to work sometimes, in their
Mm.
passion
So,
for
so
especially in academics. Hmm?
who is more resilient? Like a
In
child?
Nigeria. It's in one that was brought up in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
I think so, yes. I definitely think so.
Ah,
I think
so
there is.
so if that's the case, what
Mhm.
like what are the odds that like what do you plan to do? Like what would you do with your offspring? What decision will you make?
That's a good question.
Would
I
you,
used to,
let me finish the question so
okay.
that so would you have them go to Nigeria to get
Yeah,
some
I know that
uh,
was the question about.
yeah. So
I
yeah.
already know the question. I used to think about that I think I want to take my kids to Nigeria, but
Hmm.
um I mean I have seen that In a way, one, it
Mm-hmm.
depends on the situation in Nigeria, first of all. Like, I don't want them to, the struggle that I mean is not struggling where, um, the everywhere, the insecurity is so high, you're not
Mm-hmm.
safe, um, and you're struggling back to back, like on basic things that you should have. Like my parents, we live in Nigeria, but we had something like if there was
Mm-hmm.
no like we had a generator and you need that. Like I don't know how people like it's crazy. I wouldn't say that I want them to have nothing, but I don't know how I've seen so on that so I know that it depends on the state of Nigeria first, if I was gonna make them grow up in Nigeria a little bit. And then number two, I've actually seen people that grew up here that are good. Like they're living good lives as Nigerians too. So I think there is it's not just about America in a sense, but it's how you train your children in America. But the training that Nigeria teaches you, especially the academic one, it's just so hard that your brain thinks about different possibilities, different things to do. You're like, I don't know. I feel like for me personally, I know that for a fact, and even my siblings. When I was in MGHS, that's Methodist Girls High School in Yaba, you
Mm-hmm.
can't come late to school. You When you come to school, we had to sweep our portion of the school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have responsibility of having your uniform complete. Your my we wore berets. I don't know. You sure used to wear that. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have your own, you are in for
Yeah.
wahala the whole day. Like serious wahala. You
Mm.
get beaten, if you're not doing well. And we did all the topics in the world. Had 16 subjects. And I think for a child to go through that, with everything else being equal, you
Mm.
you learn a lot that you would not learn if everything was given to you on the
Mm.
platter of gold. Like
Mm.
I was so even if it's not even about American Nigeria. In
Yeah.
GS2, I started using a phone when I was GS2, GS3, and
Mm-hmm.
my grades started dropping. America here, there's
Mm.
nobody that's gonna tell you you can't use your gadgets, except from your parents, which I respect parents that keep that strict thing with their toddlers, with their children, like you can't have a phone until you're a certain age. That is good. If you give them everything, don't
Mm.
know nothing. Nothing. I
Mm.
think the struggle really built me. Like
Mm.
waking up early at
Mm.
6 a.m. from a very young age, like 11, 12, 13. I
Mm.
used to go with my aunts. I left home at 5:30 because I know that if I slept late and if I didn't go with my aunt sometimes and I go with my dad, I'll be late to school and I will suffer. So those kind of decisions and discipline.
Yeah.
And there's no light. You have to do your work when there's light. Unless you cannot do like those type of things. I
But
appreciate the
wow.
I appreciate the grooming I had in Nigeria. Even with the
Mm.
fact that I even still had a good life. Like I didn't suffer, but the little struggle with NEPA and punishment still helped me compared to somebody that didn't even have all that and they are still successful today.
Mm.
That's it. I I like that. I like what you just said. I am so freaking happy he said that. Because I thought about it too if I would take my kids to Nigeria. But I've seen
Mm.
good examples here. Like these people, they were brought up here. And I think
Yeah.
there's some things that Americans too, even though they are Christians and they understand the word of God and all that, they may not get it. I don't know. I'm talking too much, but the prayer of poverty, like God bless me that we're doing in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like that dependency on God too is there because you just feel like wow, if I don't know, there's so much dependency on God when you're back home in Nigeria because You don't have
mm,
everything given to you. You don't have a life. You don't have this. You don't have job. People are cheating you. You don't have
mm,
a voice. You
mm,
pray.
mm,
You pray for
mm,
all those things. You have community, and
mhm,
but here you have, there's still struggles here, yes.
mhm,
But some of the things that you were worrying about are fixed once you
mhm,
get out of Nigeria.
mm,
So you might also lose that fervency that you have with God, um,
mm.
which is the backbone of everything else to you do. So if you don't have that relationship with God, I feel like
Mm.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
wow, wow,
yeah,
wow, wow, man.
yeah, yeah,
That is like the fact that you're
yeah.
able to, like if like the fact that you're able to draw all that from like something that on the surface looks like why would you subscribe to this?
Hmm,
You
hmm.
know? But the fact that you're able to extract like that much knowledge from the experience,
Yeah,
that is wow, that is
mm,
impressive. That is honestly, and I cannot
yeah,
agree enough with all that you say. Like I 100%, like
mm,
1001% agree
exactly.
that definitely that the struggles actually really help. Like I'm not going to lie because sometimes I look at my life, I'm like, yo, what if I was born here? Like, what would life, I would just be so. I don't know, honestly. I just feel like I'll be
Mm-hmm.
so so
Yeah,
lackadaisical. So the
yeah,
choice of my parents, because at the time, many parents had the choice of like sending their kids like right before they enter high school. So
mm-hmm.
my no, when they finish high school and we're going into college. So
Yeah,
yeah, college, right? Yeah, college.
yeah,
And and we had the opportunity, but my parents were like, no way, man. Because a lot of parents were doing it at that time. We just japa, like
yeah.
just, go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, why did we stay in this country, man? But looking back, man, nah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I cannot thank them enough because I just wonder how life would have been. They would have probably lost us, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They probably would
Mm-hmm.
have lost control over us. And
Right.
that's one of my biggest fear to um if that happens. But obviously I know that God God doesn't have such plans for me in the future, but it's just that dilemma of like, oh, should we send like bringing kids back home or like
Yeah.
because I've also seen I've heard wait have I seen people that oh yeah I have for sure I have yeah obviously Brad Charles's kids are examples of like okay like it's possible to do it here and do it well, right?
Mm-hmm.
By instilling those kind of Christian values, um and then yeah, Christian- ultimately Christian values and mm, being in being in conversation like with them like getting involved in like I think getting involved with their lives like basically also because another thing I've noticed here is the work culture, right? Kind of like the work culture denies a lot of parents that involvement in the kids' life where the parents are working and working and
Mm-hmm.
working and walking around the
Yes.
clock.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would never, ever, ever, ever. I'd rather not have kids
Mm,
than to have kids and I'm leaving. I'm something is taking me out of the house. I'm not home. I'm not
mm,
like I don't go to their games to watch their games
mm.
or to be a part of it. Like nah, if I would just rather not because it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't see a future where like I'm not present. Like
Yeah,
parents are not present in the life of the kid. I just don't see it. Like for me is I'd rather just not. Like I would just rather not because I want to be as involved as possible because especially in this part of the world, like as involved as possible. Like, I want it to be like such that they get very comfortable, like creating a space where they are very comfortable to share, like where the guys you come to me and ask like and tell me about like maybe they have like this girl in their class that they're and then I'll guide him. I'll tell him like also share experiences like mistakes that I made. Let him know why I would advise not to do certain things, and then share stories on why you're saying, oh, don't do this, that kind of thing. Because
exactly.
and at the end of the day, they can eventually go ahead to go and do it because kids will still be kids, but at least they have
Yeah.
it in mind that, oh, okay, daddy said this thing, and you know, they think about it like, oh, there's a possibility that this thing could happen. It might not happen to you, but just think about it, consider it, that kind of distance. So, and I feel like that's what my parents did for me because now when I'm going through navigating through the world now, I'm
Mm,
seeing like I'm making decisions that are um that are what would what would some like is this right by what I've been trained on? Like, and then if I go ahead and do it, then I must know that there's consequences, obviously,
mm,
that can
mhm.
alter like the
Yeah,
the identity of my family, compromise myself, this kind of thing. So, but
yeah.
ultimately, like one of the biggest things I've seen like with I'm raising kids here, like in this part of the world is the work culture is very, very toxic. Like it
Mhm.
has a way of like stripping off parents from the life of the kids and that's not something that I subscribe to at all. Like
Yeah.
it's just not something that I subscribe to. And parents too have a lot of pressures, like a lot of them like going to
Mm,
mortgage thing very early or I don't know.
mm,
Some of those things I don't buy into them. And the reason why I don't buy into them is because it's the very reason for this like if it makes me become somebody that is not present, like the cost is too high for me.
mhm,
Like if it's
mhm,
costing me my
mm,
presence,
mm, mm, mm,
where I'm telling
mm,
you, like the most thing that like the thing that I feel like would be most heartbreaking to me is not being a present dad. Like
mm,
that one would just I in fact I would just I don't know what happened, but like
mm.
it would it would just break me, honestly. Not being a president and not being a president husband, like those two things, like that one would just ruin, like for real. It would
Wow.
just because,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
If it's costing you your presence, then it's too much. That's a good
uh,
thing.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't agree
It's
with that.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that we
Like this sense of
appreciate you.
priorities, right? The priorities of a meaningful life. So for me, I'm prioritizing
Mm.
presence over
Yeah.
over
Work.
w- things of this world, wealth,
Mm-hmm.
anything that just tries to take me away from my family for
Yes.
a long period of time. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't subscribe to
Do
that
you
kind of.
have nieces or nephews?
Sorry,
Do you have nieces or nephews?
I do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Um, Wait a minute first. Like I think I'm mixing the concept of I'm mixing nephews and cousins up,
Um,
right? Cousins.
nephews is your siblings' children.
Oh, okay,
But
I have only
assuming
one.
you're a boy, this is the girl, nephew's the boy of your yeah,
Oh.
children of your
I
sibling.
I have only one actually. Just
Okay.
one. So far, yeah. Um,
Nice. Cute.
yeah. And yeah, she's amazing.
Mm,
She's still a little baby, but
yeah.
she,
Cute. Cute. Cute.
yeah.
Wait, who is married? Your brother or your sister?
They are both married. Except
Oh,
like they're both married. My brother is married, my sister is married. My last born is not yet married. And
mm,
then I myself am not married. So yeah,
okay.
is
Okay.
that.
Can I ask how old you are?
I I turned 32. Yeah,
No.
in May. May 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this year, 32. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That was the day
nice.
I was posting those videos of players that wear jersey number 32, right? That day of my
Oh,
birthday.
oh,
And
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah. What about you?
No, yeah, real good. I'm 21.
You
I'm
what?
21.
Oh, I could have sworn that you're like 26
What?
because no, not by facial this thing, but by like the way you process things.
Mm,
Yeah,
oh,
like
okay.
you're well ahead of your years.
Mm,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
mm,
it's kind of quiet wisdom that if you don't reach for it, like you won't find it. Like
mm.
someone has to
Talk to me.
like make you want to get to that place because
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, it's kind of like a quiet wisdom, but it's there. Yeah. Yeah, it's there because like I could see like when you were talking about this family thing right now, like the struggle, for you to be able to even extract that from the struggle, like that
Mm,
for me is I was just it's just like I was watching the movie. I was like, oh my goodness,
mm,
she gets it, like she really
mm.
does. But I
Wow.
wonder how many of your colleagues like think like that or have thoughts about that.
Well, I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Let me see if I can remember. I can think of. I mean, I've I've spoken to a friend of mine about that. Yeah, I think a
Mm,
couple of friends that I have
mm,
definitely think like me or would have similar
mm.
understanding on some things. Yeah,
Yeah, that means you have like a really good circle of friends, and
yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's I mean that's what it seems like to me.
yeah. I
For
have
yeah.
yeah friends, but I have a few closer ones, just one or two. I
Mm,
but I have friends across all ages as well, like
mm,
because I know I have a family friend that are older than me,
mm-hmm.
like how many years? Also around your age, 30,
Oh,
30. Yeah. So I'm around people that are at different ages.
that's good. That's good. How old did you think I was?
I would say I would say within that 26 and above
Ah.
age. Yeah,
Because
I
I
don't
always
think
get
there's huh?
because I always get the same thing from like people that randomly meet me and then I tell them my age and they're like, no way. Like at work, like they literally don't believe me that I'm like they think I'm like some even think I'm 20.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Mm.
it's just funny, like
When you're with your friends, are you more loud in like or do you talk the same way?
no, not all of them. Like no, not by
Mm.
default actually. No,
Mm.
no, not by default. It's once it's yeah, like if I feel comfortable, yeah, I would say like that's when usually I would. And yeah, if I feel comfortable, yeah.
Okay.
If yeah, yeah, when I feel comfortable, I get to
You
like
make
chill.
jokes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I make jokes a lot, but like you said jokes, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah, I love making jokes a lot. Um, but yeah, it's usually when I'm very comfortable that I speak a lot when I'm comfortable. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because if you talk like this on a normal day, yeah, you look and sound younger at your age.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But if you're like loud and I just think of like 32-year-olds, they might be like making I don't know. When I hear guys and they're talking about ball or talking about unheated crazy stuff,
Yeah.
they're always yeah. Yeah. So if
Ah.
you're like that, then maybe I would say okay, 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 but I mean for yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like if there's any arguments that would get me to. I used to do those kind of arguments when I was like years back. But now I've kind of like outgrown some of them. It's like especially football when it comes to like Ronaldo, Messi, those kind of arguments. If for anything safe these days, I always think like from the both sides. I will see, oh, okay, um, yeah, you're right in these. Even though I prefer this is my choice. I just prefer this guy, but you are right. Do you understand? If that like that's what makes you feel good, you're actually right. And what I found is like some of these arguments, like the other person just wants you to validate them, right? They
Mhm.
like they're not looking for any other thing than
Mm,
just like for you to hear them and just validate that. Oh, okay, you know what? You have a point. Yeah,
mm.
and that's it. Usually,
Yeah,
like that just always ends. So that's the way
yeah,
it escalates like
yeah.
those arguments these days. But yeah, you want to say something?
No, no, yeah, you're right. Because these people, you're not gonna get money by
Tell me
arguing,
about tell me about
that this person is better than this person. People are making
tell me
money. Leave them
exactly
alone. So
exactly.
it's just, yeah, that's a good one. I think
Yeah.
one thing that makes me happy too when I'm watching it with my brothers is when I say something and they're like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, "Ugh, yes, like because the way they taught me when I say something, they're like, how don't I know this? I don't know, but I don't know this. I'm like, okay, don't worry, I'll get there. So when I do say something and they're like, yeah, I feel happy. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm catching on. I'm catching on. I'm catching. Yeah.
Is your quest for the like getting involved in their sporting shenanigans for me. That's just very interesting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Uh, for sure.
On that side of
Okay.
this
Yeah.
of the
We had a
pendulum.
Yeah,
whole
but
conver
but that's what actually motivated me. Everything. I had different seasons what motivated me to work to try to succeed at
Mhm.
life. But when I got married, married your mom and had kids, I was determined to make sure that I was able to at least give you guys the opportunity at a future that I didn't have.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So when you graduated from high school, you were playing sports at the
Mhm.
time. And so where did that take you after high school? What was the next step for you?
After high school, looked at, had offers to different schools to play sports. Ended up at UNT, and really did not ever get a chance to play because I dislocated my kneecap, 2 screws in my left knee. Following
Wow.
year, tore my ACL
Ah,
in that same knee. The following year after that, tore my ACL in the other knee. So
Nice.
that was it for me,
Yeah.
So I never had that opportunity, to
Ooh.
actually get on the actual
My
game field of collegiate sports.
Did
But
you
my
regret that
oh man, I
giving
was
for a
so mad at
pain.
God.
lot of
Oh,
years?
I was
Okay.
angry with God. Oh, I was angry. I'm like, you knew this was my dream. This is a way to get my family, provide for my family,
Oh,
retire mom so she
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to work anymore because she's
Mm-hmm.
worked so hard all of her life.
Mm-hmm.
So oh man, I was bitter
Mm-hmm.
And
for a
Jerry, how
very
did you
long
keep
time.
that from derailing the other parts of your life?
wow.
Because as we're about to talk about in a minute, you were very successful in other parts of your life during those next
Yeah.
years. So if someone is bitter about one part of their life that maybe was a priority to them, a passion for them, and for whatever reason the Lord has allowed it to be derailed, how did you keep that from letting you like go into such a deep cave of discouragement
Mm,
or depression that
yeah.
it derailed everything else that you were working towards?
Mm,
Because it's easy to let that ripple effect into your
yeah.
whole life
Yeah.
where you just sort
Yeah.
of give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, two things. It's funny. I tell the boys. I used to tell them all the time. You know, this lady that you call Granny, I have no clue who she is. She kidnapped my mother and became your granny because my mother is no more. I don't know where she is. But I say that because the two things was she refused to allow me to just waddle in my
Mm-hmm.
disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I really don't care about sports, your knee, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to finish college
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to be greater than any man that ever was in your family,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm.
And so she just kept pushing that on me. And at the time, I'm like, okay, it's great. Granny didn't want to go to church anymore. I'm like, yeah, but I'm in.
Like the words of the words of somebody closest to you. Like I remember when I was struggling in school with when I was in Covenant, right? And
You went to
I,
Covenant and Babcock?
yeah, I went to both schools. I know.
Oh, that's crazy. Where did you graduate from?
Babcock.
Oh,
Yeah. So it was I was literally about to get sent out of like Covenant, like they were about I was about to just hit that mark of like the school just advising me to leave. But so my mom and my dad just intervened and just came to school. They came to meet my course advisor, and it was just like that day was the one of the most bitter days like of like my life because I looked at shame in the face, like it was shame, failure, but shame. It was just shame, to be honest. And I could not look at their faces, but my mom, you know, after all its main things, and I can't really blame them to be very honest with you. Like I just for me, maybe we'll come to that like where okay, how do you handle like a child that is struggling in school? Like, but that one is even a different topic. But after all the mean things that they said and that they said, I really can't blame them. Like there was something that she said that day that I eventually wrote an essay recently about like on in my newsletter, like where she said my son is not a failure. And that line, like it stuck with me from that day till,
Mm.
like, I think about it till now, you know. And even though eventually I left the school, so at that point, after that day, I we decided I was going to transfer to Babcock, right? So I transferred to Babcock, and I still was still struggling. But the struggle, like some of these struggles were kind of self-inflicted. But I mean, it's a story, it's a very long, kind of like long story, but like self-inflicted, that I could have avoided, right? It's just that I wasn't really interested in the system failed me. Like, let me just put it that way. Like the educational system, and I've hated school. Like when I finished university, I actually hated school for a very long period up until I got to Canada. But
Mm.
Canada, coming to Canada and going through their educational system, I was like, what? Like, where has this been?
Mm. Yeah.
Like, it's the
Yeah.
closest thing to what I was looking for. Like, at least it's not there. It wasn't. It's not like it's not what. Like, it's not exactly it. But at least
Yeah.
it gives me a chance, like, to do the very thing that I like to do, which is I just don't like to learn things. Like, we're just learning and learning. We're just cramming and pouring and cramming and pouring
Yeah.
and I was like, when are we going to actually use these things? Like, where do we apply them? When do we apply them?
Mm.
Do you understand? Like, it's not enough for me to just know this thing. Like, if I cannot use it, it's useless. Like, what's the
Yeah.
point of me learning it? So it's just
Mm.
a lot of resentment for school, and yeah, and those words by my mom like has really, really stuck with me. Like, if I'm in a tough situation these days, I just think about that line. I'm like, I hear her voice. Like, she doesn't even know, but I actually, when next I call her, I need to tell her about this. Like, let her know that that thing she said that day in that room, it has
Mm.
cemented like something in me that I feel like there's no mountain that I cannot
Mm.
get by just
Yeah.
because of my mom's words, like she poured into me that day. And it's just like the people closest to us, it's just interesting how that they can be of great help with their words in terms of, especially in terms of struggle, whether it's struggle say or like not struggle, but like their words always mean the most.
Mm.
And so it's important for them to, or for us to always like point to like people around us, like, give them their flowers, point to them, even though it doesn't look like it right now. Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
It,
like that. I
mm,
like that. Is it okay if you take a bathroom break? I want to use the bathroom
yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, sure,
Okay, 5 minutes.
sure, sure.
I'm back at home and
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.